which I definitely would have had I gone back to Toyota. And in the meantime, I'm just a pedestrian right now, though. I want the car that I want, and so I'm not.
Did you figure out what car you want?
I didn't know. No, that's the thing too.
How you want the car that you want, but don't know what you want?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I know what I don't want. I just don't know what I do want. Yeah. So anyhow, so right now I'm on foot, which wasn't so bad through the weekend because there were still things that were going on. But anyhow, this morning I took the bus.
So I'm so interested in this. When you say you took the bus, what does that mean?
First of all, you know that I'm not a proponent of the T.
Yeah.
I do not like it, especially the bus. The bus is something that I would not do. I will take the train every now and then, but the bus is something that I was just like, it makes me very, very nervous. I don't know why I have this thing about the bus.
But you have bus phobia.
Yeah, I do. It's bad. Mm-hmm. And but this morning I walked out. The bus, as we got to the bus stop, the bus pulled up. There were only like 5 people on the bus. I think the buses are always crowded, and I'm so I don't know. Mm-hmm. So there were only a few people on the bus. We sat right down on the bus. It dropped us right here in front of the station. Walked over, dropped the boy off, and then walked back, and it was not bad at all. So Noah was complaining. He does not like the bus. He's very, very privileged. Took the bus to drop my son to private school, but he was upset.
But how dare you? How dare you?
Took the bus, dropped my son off at private school.
Right. So then I said to him, but you know what, Noah? I said, the good thing is with mommy walking, then mommy can get skinny. And he was very excited about that.
Oh, wow.
So he desires for me to be skinny like you.
Oh.
So.
Me?
Yeah.
As my belly sits on my leg.
Aside from that, my weekend was really, really, I had a nice weekend. We, of course, big shout out to Rockstone Triz and for DJing at the Road to Wellness on Saturday morning, which is one of my favorite events to be a part of. Spark FM was the media sponsor for the Road to Wellness again for the 4th year, and it was amazing.
Spectacular.
As usual.
This year, we took a different stance. Mm-hmm. Usually, every year, we say we're going to walk.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're going to walk it. We're going to run. We're going to practice. But we end up getting there just on time to see the runners start getting back. This time, we were there early enough to see the runners start. And then we decided to cheerlead on the Heartbreak Hill, where is like the last stretch of running. Yep. And what a wonderful and joyous experience that was.
It was so much fun cheering on the people. Like, my heart was filled with joy.
Yeah.
Seeing the people coming in from the race. There were older people. There were little people, little young people.
The same little people that did something good last year. They did something good again this year.
Right. There was families. There was a family, a mother, a father pushing their baby in the stroller.
That was so cute.
That was really cute. I wish I had a picture of that. Just seeing the people come in, and the first runner was back in like 10 minutes after the rug started.
Bro, that was crazy because I said y'all just left.
Exactly.
So why are you back? How fast were you going?
Right. It was a great time though. And then of course we come back up and there's Rockstone Trids playing all the music for the people, which is really, really fun. People just are so energetic that they're dancing. And then the cool down with Body by Brandy and that
she's great.
She really is. She's got such good energy.
She does.
And it was just a really, really nice time just being out there. Even the kids section up there where we went went up there late, but it was nice what they had for the kids. T-shirts and medals and all of that stuff. And oh my gosh, I have a medal for the station that was given to me by Coach Giselle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have to bring that in.
I'm gonna play some footage.
Great time. Yeah, play some footage.
This is Sauce doing the electric slide.
I was trying to channel my rhythm riders, but then the crowd wouldn't pay attention. There was one piece of the crowd doing one thing and another piece of the crowd doing another thing, so I couldn't really get them. And then I started to leave.
Now turn left and turn right
with this voice.
Where are we?
Where are we?
Now turn left.
I didn't know that. Big shout outs to Scuba Steve and Shay for running in the in the Road to Wellness 5K. That was really awesome too. This is their 4th year. This is Steven's 4th year and Shay's second year.
Second year,
But that is awesome because we definitely have a team, and one day I would like to support them in their running.
Me too.
I know, like we should. We were going to walk, but then we had, the young man, and I had to walk him back to Tristan because his legs was hurting. I said, "Do you think we need to go to the hospital? See why your legs is always hurting?
Legs is always
You
hurting.
think he got legs?"
Well, we can walk the dog too. Annie, this is so long.
And I get concerned because he's a preemie, and they told me that he would have trouble walking.
He don't got no damn trouble goddamn walking.
Oh, okay.
The boy is just, he's
lazy
spoiled.
and spoiled.
Yes, he's spoiled.
And then Saturday evening, hung out with the fam.
Let me show Brandy, Body by
Oh, the
Brandy.
cool down. Yes. This is something that I love. We got to get Body by Brandy in here to do maybe a little Monday morning cool up.
Monday morning pump.
Yeah, get everybody pumped up, and we would want you guys out of your seats to do this. So we're going to talk to her. We're going to
That
reach
used
out
to
to
be
her.
a good thing that we used to do. We used to take the
Get it.
dance break.
Shake. Shake.
Yes. And did we get any footage of the little baby?
Oh, no, that was your job.
Oh, gosh. Then my
She is
camera
great.
can't record.
Yes. Ooh. I'm doing it now. Yes. Yeah. Step. Yo, I used to do classes with Brandy at the YMCA, and it was like I never looked at how much time I have left in the gym as much as I
Well,
did.
you gotta say though that it wasn't just a regular aerobics class.
Oh, no.
It was HIIT classes.
Yeah.
So high interval, intermittent.
She
training.
would have us in there going crazy, then take the stairs, then take a run, then come and drop down, give me 40, and then get back up. You
Jump
really
Yeah.
definitely feel like you are working out, like you got your work, like you went somewhere and you worked the hell out.
High intensity interval training. So that was the Road to Wellness. Great time. Saturday evening was just really nice and mellow for me. I hung out with the family a little bit. Then I did go out. I ventured out. I went to the Mix.
How was that?
Oh.
How was it?
It was, they have good drinks.
Did you have food
nice
too?
space. I did not have food. It is a nice space. It's kind of small for the amount of people that they had in there. They did reach capacity, and there was still a line outside. People couldn't get in. Power Surge DJ'd. I know that Power Surge is a good DJ.
I do feel like I do feel like we've been experiencing a lot of, what's it called? Tristan, is there a word for it when you're good but you're not good that day?
Yeah, like it literally was one of those who is DJing situation.
We experienced that doing.
We experienced that at something else, and we were just
Soca Project.
Soca Project, and it was like, who is this DJ? Like, what is going on here? And then I think it's something that's happening a lot because I saw our good friend Naisha posted that she was somewhere last night, and she was like, "No, for real, who's DJing and why are they DJing that way?" I was like, this is it was weird for me because I know that he's a good DJ, and
I think maybe it's some off nights, maybe because I don't know.
I don't know. It was a very interesting
But this
time.
is what I was speaking to this morning when I said Boston's a gatekeeping city, because I am 37 years of age, and I've never played in Unity. I've never played in K's.
You played in Unity for your own thing.
I have never played in Unity.
Oh, but you've had parties at Unity.
I've had parties.
Yeah.
I have never played in Unity.
Oh, wow.
I've never DJ'd in K's. You asked me all the things that all the Boston DJs have done. I've never done them.
Yeah, but you're not, you're not.
I've never played for any of KP's events beside the one boat he had. I've never. You asked me for all the promoters. I've never played for them.
But isn't
Red
that
House? I've never been hired by
Isn't that kind
y'all.
of standard, anyways?
Yeah,
you
like,
don't get
I
to.
think that you're more.
We just
of
had
a-
two. We just had two Bayesian events over the weekend. Vital Rhythms wasn't hired for either or.
I think that you, Triz, I don't know about Vital Rhythms. I can't speak for them, but I
I'm
think that
speaking for them,
you
too.
are a corporate DJ.
But I'm still a part of my community. I would
I mean,
still like to play
yeah,
for
but
my
there's
community.
I know, but there's also 750,000 DJs here. So priority rise, I don't think that you would take priority over a promoter who has 50,000 DJ close friends. Like, why would I?
But they all have.
But that's what I was gonna say too.
And those DJs, unfortunately, all hire the same DJ.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not a
personal thing.
like
Yeah.
It's just that they're only going to hire those people that they hire.
That's what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah. And again, you're on a different plane.
Yeah.
You're very much a corporate DJ. You do a lot of high end type things.
I do recognize that I am that corporate DJ. I am a corporate DJ.
Yeah, Hempress Divine says it's a popularity thing here, and I don't know if it's a popularity thing so much anymore as it's.
I think it's a relationship thing.
It's a habitual.
Yeah,
that's just.
I think about me too. Like, I mean, granted, Spark FM. I'm never gonna hire a DJ that's not a Spark FM DJ, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I never played at a Spark event," because you're not. Because why?
Yeah.
Because what? I have enough. I'm not looking for anybody else. Even when people put in like, "Oh, is anybody DJ? Oh, I got a friend that can DJ." Nope. We take priority over our friends, and I think that's how you have to look at it. Like these
because for me, as
promotional
a promoter,
groups.
I try to hire who fits the bill. It's not about a popularity thing for me. It's who's appropriate for this event.
I think that
at this date, at this time.
And there's certain things that are like franchise parties, right? Parties that happen all the time. They for them that formula works. This is I'm going to promote and you're gonna DJ and I'll find really nice venues, but that's just what our formula is. It's me as the promoter, you as the DJ. So
Granddad Daryl said I'm Grand Uncle Tristan, and that is me. Yes.
Yeah. It's a whatever. Speaking of DJs, we went to Doing It in the Park yesterday, over there at the Martini Shell. Was a DJ showcase. I don't even know which DJs put that on or what that.
It was DJ Il Neil.
Il Neil did that. So we went to that yesterday. It was a few. They had a few mostly American DJs.
It was all older DJs
and all older DJs
and one young boy who was the son of one of the older DJs.
Oh really? Oh, okay. So that was interesting.
What I did like about that event yesterday is that they did honor Jeff 2 times, Val Beats, and Funky Fresh. Did they? I don't think they did T. Lawson.
They did a T. Lawson something, and
they gave her an award.
Fresh, Rusty.
Yeah, they gave her an award.
Oh, I don't know.
No, they didn't give her an award. They only honored Funky Fresh, Russ, Val Beats, Jeff 2 times, and I believe it was maybe Dex or something like that. So it was a kind of like an award ceremony, just kind of thanking them for their years of service. But yeah, what I would have liked to see from that event was a lot more diversity in general, within age, within sex, within awards, a lot of different things I would have liked to see. Yeah. But big shout outs to them for putting on the event.
And I didn't realize this. He said that this was the 10th year that they've done it. He said they've been doing it since 2014.
Wow.
I've never heard of that.
Wow, I never heard of it too.
I think last year was the first time I've heard about it, and it was over at the Franklin Park over there where they do the little, what's that? Elizabeth
Playhouse. Ella.
Yes, Ella Fitzgerald Playhouse.
Not Fitzgerald, Ella, somebody else.
I know the name too.
Yeah.
Shirley Chillingbaum.
Shirley Chisholm. Yeah.
No, it's just
No.
Ella.
What? That took place over there, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. We were out there for a while.
Yesterday was also Cambridge Carnival.
It was Cambridge Carnival. Did anybody know that?
Block party.
Did anybody know that?
Yeah, no.
Socoholics was there, and I think maybe Misfits.
Oh, there was one girl in a costume that was at the Doing It in the Park, and somebody was like, "Was there a carnival or something?"
It was a block party more so.
Yeah, what I don't understand is what a mass band would do at the Cambridge Carnival, the way that it is set up, the way it is now.
So now it's like only like one truck, basically 1-2 trucks,
and they just go down.
They have a little route. And then they go to this place where they have the dead end street,
yeah.
And then at the end of the street they have the little
stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right.
And then they stay out there, and then they carry on.
Oh, that's nice.
That was it. Anybody in the comment section? Anybody in the comment section that went down to Cambridge Carnival? Let us know how that was for you.
Yeah.
See if you can find a little video or something. But yeah. So the culture. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that said, let's get into this show. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. What is it?
Vibe was not. Definitely could have stayed home on my couch and kept eating.
Who said that?
What was that for?
Daryl says Cambridge Carnival was lit, y'all.
Let me see, Daryl.
He lied. He put a little face after.
Let me see how lit it was.
Lie.
But yeah, that I in my head, if I had enough time, all of these carnivals that are connected to New England would be thriving, or maybe they're not thriving because there's so many little carnivals in New England. There is Springfield, Cambridge, Boston, Worcester, probably Rhode Island. I just feel like if we all came together on just one day and just everybody just participate in the one, I think they all have branched off out of the need for inclusion in the Boston Carnival and not receiving that. Mm-hmm. And that's why they are so separated. And that's another reason why Boston has to do better. Yeah. Boston is the motherboard for the New England Carnival, and if it's failing, then all of the other ones are gonna fail too. And I'm not sure why we are so accepting of failure. But okay, Saucy and Friends starts right now. Let's get this show on the road.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
The all-new Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Broadcasting live worldwide. This is
Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
All right, let's go into this right now. Today is Monday, September 9th. That means tomorrow is the big debate between Donald J. Trump and Kamala Harris.
Good, yes. Wow.
And that's all I got to say, because that is going to be a doozy. And I hope that she eats his head right off his little stupid body. I mean, I hope she zings, zags, and zips around him.
Did you see a post that he did last week on one of his social media things talking about there will be no lifts and nothing to stand on during the debate?
What does that mean?
I don't know. It was literally something like there's not going to be Donald Trump lifts. It was the weirdest thing. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
He's such a weirdo.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I'll find out.
Let's get into the news. So, registration, fresh off the road to wellness. Registration for the 129th Boston Marathon opens today. So all of you people who have been excited about doing the marathon, which I don't know who would it be, because that is a lot of running.
We know a few people that did it though.
Yeah, we know Mark Maron. I think what's his name? Jamal.
Some of our friends from Road to Wellness.
Some of our friends from Road to Wellness. Nicole, that was sitting here last week. Mm-hmm. She does it. So registration for the 129th Boston Marathon opens Monday today and will close on Friday. That's it. I have that small window of opportunity. I can't think about it. The field size for the 129th Boston Marathon to be run on Monday, April 21st. That gives us about, 6 months to train?
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. We're going to do it. Qualifier registration opens at 10 a.m. and will close on Friday at 5 p.m. Any athlete who has achieved a currently valid Boston Marathon qualifying time may submit a registration application during registration week. The 2025 Boston Marathon qualifying window began on September 1st, 2023, and will close on 5 p.m. on Friday. If space is still available after the conclusion of registration week, registration will reopen on Monday, September 16th. Qualifying standards for the 129th Boston Marathon can be found on the website. Qualifying standards across all divisions will remain the same as they were in 2024. Athletes who have currently achieved a finisher streaks of 10 or more Boston Marathons will have an opportunity to register early between August 26th and September 30th. So if that is your desire and you have qualified already, now is your time to register, as it will be closed on Friday and you won't be able to run. I think I'm going to wait till Friday.
Do you think 6 months
qualify.
is enough time to train for a marathon?
If you're doing it
26 miles?
every day, you have to train every day with maybe one rest period. But I guess, like who was telling us, like you start with just you start with just running from pole to pole, and then you run to the extra pole, and then next thing you know, you're doing one little run and then a walk and then 2 little runs and then a walk, and then you're just running. So like if you stay on that track with a heavy, good training regime, then I feel like you could be successful.
Oh wow.
You know? I'm sorry guys. So yes, today is September 9th. It's approximately 9:42 in the morning. Today is Monday, everybody. It's Monday, September 9th, 9/9. Now, throughout the day, when you be like, what day it is? You be like, I remember Hot Sauce telling me it's Monday, September 9th. Sunshine to start, then a few afternoon clouds. It's going to be a high of 76 today. Winds in the west-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. But today's going to be mostly sunny. It's already seeming to be a pretty day. It's looking pretty, what's they call neutral?
It was a little cool this morning on my bus ride.
Oh, on your bus ride. Did you wear a small sweater?
No.
No? Developer proposes a 30-unit apartment building on Morton Street. So this is literally like around the corner from us. There's a mobile gas station right on the corner there.
We don't want you.
And then they are wanting to put right in between the mobile gas station and the little tiny house next to, where's Flames though? Flames is further up. Yeah. They're what? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just went over there to look. And like I said, when I looked, you can see the house that's right next door. So it's not a lot of space to be putting this. I mean, and
7-story.
Well, that's why they have to do it that high, because it has to be skinny.
Where the hell does it fit into the overall structural plan of this community?
I don't.
When I was reading this,
who all gonna be there?
local developer and restaurateur has filed plans to build a 7-story, 30-unit apartment building on what is now a vacant lot at 695 Morton Street, next to the mobile station on Blue Hill Avenue in Mattapan. Solomon Chandri's plan called for 5 parking spaces and ground floor retail space in this building around the corner from where the city recently approved a 5-story, 27-unit condo building on Wellington Hill.
Why?
That one, how do you feel about that one? I mean, I see it's up there.
The one
it's not too crazy looking.
Yeah, the one that's at the beginning of Blue Hill and Wellington Hill. That one's not too bad. This looks stupid.
This looks stupid. The fact that it's 7 stories in general is super stupid. And what I didn't like about this is, of the 30 units, only 16% of those units, which is about 5 units, will be affordable housing. So those apartments that they're building right there, if you think about the makeup that's in this like community, we need more than 5 affordable housing units in this 30-unit, 7-story building. I'm not sure who approved or who is letting this get through to the next level, but this not make it.
Wait. You said 30. They want to put 30 units?
30 units.
And then 5 parking spaces?
5 parking spaces, 30 units, and on the ground floor, they will have retail space.
5 parking spaces for the 30 units?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm trying to make it make sense. I don't
Why?
know. In the
How?
house. Look at the 3-family next to it. That's a pretty big 3-family.
If you go and look in Saucy's office and look, you can see that 3-story right there. You can see that 3-story house. So it's not enough space. They're gonna take over half of the gas station. It looks like they have to take some of the gas station. And what is this cream down here in the bottom of that? What is that? Morton Flats
Are they
cream.
trying to imitate an ice cream shop? I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm sorry. They want to put it in between.
That's what I'm saying.
How?
I don't know. They have to take over half of the.
I mean, the freaking gas station is rather large for unnecessary reasons because it's
look
pumps.
next to the greenhouse. That looks like more space than what we're looking at.
Yeah,
looking at.
the space between this building and the greenhouse is the space that is actually out there to build this 7-story unit.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I want to know how you.
The
We're
building
gonna have
would
to
have
get-
indoor
we're-
space for storing 36 bicycles
Oh,
and a roof deck.
it's a bicycle house.
That's why it's only 5. They're trying what the Boston City is trying to do on these routes that are more transit friendly, like Blue Hill Ave, more like Cummings Highway,
Anything that's close to
Mattapan
major-
Square. Yeah, anything that's around those things, they're trying to put the most set of development around, which this is telling us exactly what they're thinking. 5 parking spaces, but room for 36 bikes.
Well, because
Where the bikes is
they're also doing the center bus lanes,
Oh, yeah.
so there's no need for a car.
There is
At
no
all.
need at all. You get a bike and then you can ride down.
Hempress says she thinks they should put a parking garage there so people could stop double parking on the Ave.
Look at Hempress making sense.
Yeah, but
That's actually a good idea.
they're not going to put a parking garage there because they don't want cars. They're making 36 bike spaces,
Why can't it be a bike and parking garage?
and then there's going to be, and if you're not riding your bike, go to the center bus
to
lane
home.
and get on the bus.
Or just go to your house that's next door in between everybody else's house. I do like that idea though, Empress. That's actually that would make a lot of sense. Put a parking garage there so that everybody can get out of the parking garage and go take the damn bus. They have some place to stay. They can park their cars, if you're coming from out of town. I don't know. But this is not a good idea. And we're going to fight this. We're going to fight this as a
How do you
community.
fight the- Oh, there's a meeting. Let me see when the meeting is.
They don't say when the meeting is.
Okay, yeah. I have the meeting.
When is it?
Never mind.
It's a goddamn lie.
I said it's under review.
It's so this is not crazy right now. All the people done is just submitted a letter of intent to be processed. The city can say no. They can say yes, but it hasn't gone anywhere except for a developer saying, oh, this is a nice space. This is my plan. Let me send this into the office for review. So it hasn't even, it's under review now. They submitted it. These things are public. You can see where everybody's submitting things for development if you wanted to. But it is, right now it's project phase, letter of intent. Right now it's under review. Right next to that, it goes to the board approved. Then it goes under construction and then whatever, if it is approved.
Okay.
So, can you guys, if it is approved, I'm gonna submit my application for them, one of them affordable apartments, boy.
Are all the units affordable?
No, babe, 5.
5 of the
Just
30.
5 of the 30.
I don't. It's so.
And then they're gonna overshadow the other houses. They're gonna be like, the other houses are gonna get less sunlight.
I don't want no high rise in the middle of my
I think
neighborhood.
it's stupid. So,
I as well think it's stupid too.
when they ask me my vote, I'm like, no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
A student in custody after online threat made against Methuen school. Lock him up, put him in a school by himself so that if he gets crazy, then he can crazy on himself. A student was taken into custody after a threat was made against a school in Methuen. Police responded to a bomb threat against the Donald P. Timoney Grammar School on Sunday. Officers did a sweep of the school and searched the home of the person who allegedly made the threat. They deemed the social media post an isolated incident and not credible. What makes it not credible? Because you know who was credible?
Who?
Colby, the one who shot up the 4 people in Atlanta or Georgia or wherever it was. He made threats, and then he came back a year later and did those threats. And That's what he did. School officials said a Methuen High School student was taken into custody in connection with the incident. These last 48 hours have been challenging and fulfilled with various levels of emotion. Our efforts are always centered around the safety of our students and staff. There will be an extra patrols at the school in the district on Monday. Many schools across the country are starting the new year on edge after last week's deadly school shooting in Georgia. As they should. Obviously, we should take them more seriously.
Many schools across the country are starting this new year on edge after last week's deadly school shooting in Georgia. And now 2 districts here in the Commonwealth are on high alert. The Bridgewater-Rainham School District says that a threat was made against Rainham Middle School today. They say it was a social media post referencing a school shooting. Police reviewed that post and confirmed there's no credible threat to the school. Out of caution, though, there will be a police presence at the school today. Meanwhile, in Methuen, police responded to a bomb threat against the Donald P. Timoney Grammar School. Officers did a sweep of the school and searched the home of the person who made the threat. They deemed the social media post was an isolated incident and not credible. But similarly, there will be extra patrols at the school today. No charges have been filed. That incident in Methuen remains under investigation. And again, in both districts, the schools within those districts will see an increased police presence today. Live in Rainham, Brianna Borghi, WCVB.
Maybe they need to make a new little law that the children that threaten bombs or something got to spend like a day in jail.
Well, they need to bring back Scared Straight.
Huh?
They need to bring back Scared Straight.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more?
No, I don't think they
because
do.
Because, you know, like PC, it's not PC. The children probably are mentally, emotionally strained from being in lockdown with cameras in front of their face, fully safe.
Isn't
and
that
it's
the point?
Emotional distress that they are giving the children.
Okay.
It's not good for giving them that.
This is
type
we're
of
raising
emotion.
a generation of really soft
Look, there was a show called Beyond Scared Straight on A&E.
What they did, they put them in a week?
They put they took some Boston girls and put them in A&E and did some Scared Straight stuff. I didn't know that. This was as far as soon as 2023.
Oh, really? But they need to do that again. I'm not sure. I think that not giving this boy any punishment for making these bomb threats that he knows was going to get a reaction, because it's not like I'm not like going to make a bomb threat thinking that nobody's going to believe me. Right. You know, like if I'm making that threat, then I know that it's a bad thing to do and I'm using it because it is big, right? So I'm getting the attention that I want. I believe if you want that type of attention, that you should receive that attention that goes with it. You go sit down in the jail until you don't think about making no bomb threats no more.
Exactly.
Then you got to get bambooed.
Yeah.
And the problem is that we are sparing the rod and spoiling the children.
Hallelujah.
Hello.
Hallelujah.
Hello. All of this gentle parenting and don't say no and you give them opinions
Get
and
down on their level and talk to them.
Yeah. No.
Rise up, parents. Rise up.
It is time to gather your walking sticks and your switches, and it is time to get a hold on your households.
F them kids.
Exactly. Beat them. I mean, don't be.
Lord, no.
This is JK. Don't beat your children. If you do, keep it off of social media. It's none of anybody's businesses. Don't abuse them. Only do it to teach them a lesson, which is more so consequence instead of punishment.
Tell them.
Hello.
Speak on it.
Hello.
Hallelujah.
Teaching y'all how to parent today.
Yes.
Don't come to my house. There's no order in there. Believe that. I am just talking. A woman is facing charges for allegedly brandishing a firearm during Porch Fest in Wakefield.
Beat her. It's going to be the solution to everything.
A woman is facing criminal charges after police say she brandished a rifle during a dispute with a crowd of people at a family-friendly event in Wakefield. A mess. Sometimes you got to show them your gun, though.
Right. And that's the difference. Did she just show them like that, or did she brandish?
She waved it around.
Brandish it.
Families who witnessed the incident said they went from enjoying a tune of 2 at the town's Porch Fest celebration to facing what appeared to be a gun out the window. Oh, she was doing too much. Why you take the gun out the window?
See?
Ma'am, too much. I was just like, you could have heard someone, said the witness. Shu said what started as a woman speeding through the neighborhood and shouting profanities, crazy, lock her up, ended with the driver pointing what appeared to be a loaded weapon out the window of the crowd. I'm standing right there in the street and she had what appeared to be a shotgun. I don't know anything about guns, but just pulled like this as she was driving, as you know, in the video, and it just freaked us out. They said that's a really big, she needs to be. What is wrong with you people?
Michael joins us live outside the courthouse in Medford with all the details this morning.
Yeah, Amanda, good morning. What was meant to be a family-friendly event taking a scary turn, causing part of Porch Fest to come to an abrupt pause. Families in Wakefield went from enjoying a fun-filled event during Saturday's Porch Fest.
It was just like, you could have heard someone.
To fearing what was about to happen next. What witnesses say started as a woman speeding through the neighborhood, yelling profanities.
Female driving by and possibly pointing a rifle at them.
Ending with that driver pointing what looks like a gun out the window at the crowd.
And she had a window down with what appeared to be a shotgun, and I don't even mean a gun, but, just pulled like this as we're driving by. And you'll see in that video. So that's when it just freaked us all out. And whether it was a real gun or not, it doesn't matter. When you threaten us with a weapon or non-weapon, just the behavior was disturbing enough.
Wakefield police say officers have since arrested the 42-year-old Wakefield woman.
Is that for real? That was psychotic.
All relieved to know she's been caught. Witnesses are still disturbed by what happened during what was supposed to be a family-friendly event, especially because it all went down in front of children.
My kids are 7 and 6. So they were crying. They were like, why was that woman pointing a gun at us? And, it's so bizarre. So, like, having to have that conversation with them was tough. It's not something you, want to have or think about having, like, after a Porch Fest.
What is so crazy
that woman
about
has been
that?
Charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, and she's expected to face a judge.
So that was a real gun.
It was a real gun, yeah.
Long nose gun.
What do you ask you? What?
Did they get her?
Yeah, they arrested her.
Oh, okay.
There, she's being charged with assault and battery with a weapon. My thing is that those people were literally just sitting on the sidewalk grass. Yeah. What upset you so much about that you're speeding down the street and you are putting a shotgun out? That's mental health issues. She needs to be put away for at least 90 days.
Yeah, she needs a rest.
Yeah, she does. And a little small tranquilizer.
Arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I think I want to go to the neighborhood today.
You always want to go to the neighborhood.
Yeah,
I could do for a little bit of cream of wheat.
Do the 28 go there?
Yeah, do the 28 go there.
That's the only one I can take.
Tristan over here like, girl, I ain't had a car. I've been able to get wherever I need to go to get all the damn days of my life. God damn it. Like this morning, I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready. You guys need a ride? And she's like, oh no, I took the bus. I was like, oh. Oh, okay. You got that. Aloe and Zara among a few stores that was hit over this weekend by robberies, and I would like you guys to tell me where the Zara person went so that I can
Seriously, and what is aloe?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
And those are not our sponsor, whatever. But you guys be careful and don't do this to people's stores. Massachusetts police warn threatening scam arising with pictures. Okay, this is something that we need to know. Using pictures of homes. Okay. Police in several Massachusetts communities are warning about a threatening scam where some victims have lost thousands of dollars. Investigators say in a scam, crooks send people an email with a picture of their house, address, phone number, and a threatening message demanding money. Scammers sent Kristen Ward the unsettling email last week. I really felt terrified. Like there's a picture of my home, my cell phone, and first name, and the person keeps addressing me by my first name. Like, do I have a stalker? Is someone watching me? She said. Scammers claim to have compromising videos and pictures they got remotely. Then they demand her to pay $2,000 through a cryptocurrency QR code, or they'd send that so-called video to all her contacts.
Wow.
If it clicked toward, it was a scam. Plus, the scammers used an old picture of her house before it was painted. I'm a mom in my 40s with 3 middle schoolers, so I know that I didn't have any footage to share. That's all exciting. That's all that's exciting in my contacts, other than reading a book, a good book. Ha ha ha, said Ward. Scam reported in 5 towns. So far, police say the scam complaints have been coming from Needham, Foxborough, Merriam, Sandwich, and Sharon. Why they don't come to Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan? Why you don't come ask us for $2,000? Come ask us. We post them. $2,000 for you, post them. They probably already got them. Get out of here. Police and veteran cybersecurity experts say the scammers are likely overseas using information that's already out there, so it's smart to stay on top of your privacy settings. They're trying to scare you into thinking they know all sorts of stuff about you, but instead they're using publicly available information. Go to this story. Let me see what they took from her, what they gave her. That's crazy.
Your home is supposed to be your safe haven, but now police say crooks, it's all a scam. It feels pretty creepy for people in several communities getting these threatening scam letters. Now police are sending the warning, saying some victims have already lost thousands of dollars.
We're talking about something serious here, and I ain't playing games. You don't know me, whereas I know everything about you.
Your home is supposed to be your safe haven, but now police say crooks are trying to shake people's sense of security with a twisted scam.
You've been careless lately.
Like Kristen Ward, who got the scam email with a picture of her house, her name, address, phone number, and a threatening message demanding money.
I really felt terrified. Like, here's a picture of my home, my cell phone, my first name, and the person keeps addressing me by my first name. Like, you know, do I have a stalker? Has someone been watching me?
The scammers claimed to have compromising videos and pictures they got remotely. Then they demanded her to pay up to $2,000 through a Bitcoin QR code. Or they'd send the so-called videos to all her contacts. It clicked to Kristen. It was a scam. Plus, the scammer's picture of her house was an older photo before her house was painted.
I'm a mom in my 40s with 3 middle schoolers, so I actually knew that there probably wasn't any footage of me to share that would be, you know, all that exciting to my contacts, you know, other than reading a good book.
But so far, police say the scam complaints have been coming from Needham, Foxborough, Marion, Sandwich, and Sharon.
They're trying to scare you into thinking they know all sorts of stuff about you, but instead they're using publicly available information.
Veteran cybersecurity experts say the scammers are likely overseas, using information that's already out there. So it's smart to stay on top of your privacy settings.
The recommendation is just to ignore it. Don't reply. Don't click on the link. Don't send them money.
As a previous scam victim, Kristen wanted to share the word before more people fall victim.
I fell for a more elaborate scam a number of years ago. And it feels so awful and personal, and people work really hard for their money. And this is no different than breaking into someone's home and, you know, stealing wads of cash. It just happens to be over email.
Cybersecurity experts say you can actually report this scam to the FBI. We'll post a link on our website, WBZ.com. In Needham, Tammy Mutasa, WBZ News.
Bye, Tammy. Tammy look good. So the other day, I got a call from Amazon talking about that somebody was trying to buy a laptop off of my phone, off of my Amazon account, and they needed the security number so that they can go in and check the account and something like that. And something clicked into me like, what you need that for? And why are you calling me? Why didn't my bank call me? Right. And that was the point the time Sahira came in, I had it on speakerphone. She was like, nope, hang up. But I made my mom change the Amazon password while I was on the phone with them, because, you know, they'll be like, oh, we'll send us something to your phone. Can you read us off that number? But that number clearly says, do not give this number to anyone. Right. So like things like that, Amazon, if you wanted to go in my account, you could go into my account. You be asking me for verification, not asking, telling me what I got, not the other way around. So people got to really be careful out there. Because they're getting more elaborate with these things. That letter just now was crazy. Like, you need to pay real close attention to this.
You and your family.
Oh, really? We got them right here in the hood too, but we all know where they're gonna report. This is why we need Spark. Tell them they have active victims here too. We got to just depending on what they are scamming. They scamming a little Gap, then all right.
What they got? That's good.
What, Gap?
Whoever scamming.
No, exactly. You got credit cards. What you got? That's not nice. Give me 3 of them. Right. No, but yeah, you got to be very careful. Go watch The Beekeeper. What's his name?
Michael Stratham.
Michael Stratham?
The movie with the beekeeper.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Michael Stratham.
Did you watch it on the plane too?
Michael Stratham.
I did watch it. No, I did not.
John Stratham.
John Stratham.
No, it's not John. It's not Michael.
Beekeeper.
It's not Michael. He's the one with the gap in his teeth, right?
Jason Stratham.
We don't know nobody's name.
Jason Stratham.
Jason Statham. That's a good movie. It is about
Jason Tatum.
It is about scamming.
It's Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
And it's the Elma Lewis.
Yes, Playhouse. Yes. Bonnie Clyde Field. Yes, this is a good movie. It is about cyber scamming. And what happens when you cyber scam the wrong people.
Oh, yes.
How it could turn real bad for you.
Oh, you know what? I was watching it on the plane that didn't have no
volume.
Let me call and get my credit.
Massachusetts, okay, so let me see. Daycare workers leave toddler at the Chelsea Park. Oh, damn. That's terrible. That is terrible. You're supposed to count them. A mother in Chelsea.
Your child somewhere.
A mother in Chelsea is speaking out after her toddler was left behind at a park while under the supervision of daycare workers. Leaders at Phoenix Academy Charter Public High School. It's not like one of them churches. Saint of the Latter-day Saints of Eastern Nazarene in God Be Saved Seventh-day Adventist Methodist Church. Leaders at Phoenix Academy Charter Public High School, which provides daycare services for parents or who are still in school, acknowledged that the young girl was left Wednesday morning at KM Park about an hour after the child left at the park about 500 feet from the school. One of the toddler's teachers found her in the supervision of an adult from another daycare program. That's sad. It's unacceptable for any. That's crazy. Baby at the park.
How old is she?
2. Damn. It's unacceptable for any daycare to do such an act like this, the mother said. Unfortunately, it didn't tell me in the moment exactly. They had hid it from the directors and me, her parent. She didn't learn it happened until the next day. The school filed a critical incident report Thursday with the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families. Beth Anderson, Phoenix Academy superintendent, apologized on behalf of the school and says this has never happened in 19 years. The fact that it happened at all, honey, is the problem.
Yeah, that's
Anderson
awful.
couldn't comment directly on the status of the daycare workers mentioned, but says this was a case of human error and they are doing everything possible to make it right. What is the human error? You didn't count the children before you left? You didn't do a little checklist? Do I have Andy, Susan, Sarah, and Jerome?
Don't forget Jerome.
Don't forget Jerome.
Damn.
Let me hear it.
In this park by herself, it's about 500 feet away from that school. An hour later, a teacher came back to find that toddler in the supervision of an adult
1 hour
daycare program. The superintendent says this has never happened in 19 years, and the school is truly sorry.
And it's unacceptable for any daycare to do such acts like this.
This mother, who doesn't want to show her face, is grateful something horrible didn't happen to her daughter, a toddler who attends daycare at Phoenix and Chelsea.
Unfortunately, they didn't tell me in the moment exactly. They had hid it from the directors and me, her parent.
She's talking about an incident on Wednesday morning where her daughter was somehow left behind in the park by a teacher who walked over with her. The mother learned about the incident on Thursday and showed NBC 10 the report
was that a rat?
By the school.
Don't say that.
It says that incident report was provided to the department
part of the story.
behind in the park by a teacher who walked over with her. The mother learned about the incident on Thursday
and showed NBC 10 the report.
It was a rat.
You left my baby in the park with rats?
Was provided
Not in the rat
Department
park.
of Children and Families.
Oh, hell no,
By
not
law,
the rat
school
park.
must report any suspected abuse or neglect.
That's what it's
Beth
TV
Anderson.
because that's crazy. You're not gonna leave my child in here. Now I gotta, and this is what makes me mad. Now I probably like the damn school, and now I got to go find another school to leave my kid at because I can't trust y'all to take care of my child. And that's crazy to me. That is crazy. And last but not least, Mayor Wu extends BPS Sundays through the end of 2024. Yes, because I still got to go there. The children keep asking us to see the lights. Earlier this year, Mayor Wu launched BPS Sundays, which offers free admission to BPS students and up to 3 guests at a number of city offerings. Of the 2 Sundays of each month, the Boston Children's Museum, Franklin Park Zoo, Institute of Contemporary Art, Museum of Fine Arts, Museum of Science, and New England Aquarium all participate in the program. On Sunday, Wu and her family went to the Franklin Park Zoo to announce that the program will be extended through the end of the year. We've heard stories of entire classes over the summer or during the school year who have said, "We are going to meet up at the zoo," said Wu. Everyone knows that the cost isn't going to be a barrier for everyone in the class. Wu said the free trips have resulted in roughly 36,000 tickets sold across the institutions. Wow. Some of the institutions have estimated nearly half of those who have come have said it was their first time, said Wu. This helps us emphasize how lucky we are as a city to have these treasures. Zoo New England CEO John Lennon was happy to see the program get extended. "We are thrilled to be having all of these young people in there. That's our mission," said Linen. Which is really good because if you think about it, if I go in free, that means that I feel like I got a little extra money that I can buy something at the store or get something to food. So the zoos are not losing money by having these free children in here. They're actually gaining money from people buying stuff because they didn't have to buy nothing before. I love it. I love it a lot.
I love it too because one thing we do know is from people's experiences, being cultured in your city definitely adds to your life experiences. Dope. With that said, we're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be back with our national and world news. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
In our democracy, your vote matters. Make your voice heard. Get registered. Seek out reliable reporting on the candidates and issues and vote on or before November 5th. Visit vote411.org. This message is furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Taylor made real estate easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Spark FM.
Wheezy boy, make me dance. Daddy, oh, make me dance.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com.
Turn us up.
Tell me how you want it, yeah. Call me and I'm over it.
Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Boo, 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 boo. Good morning, everybody. How are you? If you're just joining us, you are tuned in to Saucy and Friends in the morning here on Spark FM Online, Boston's favorite and most enjoyable morning urban radio, Caribbean, all of that radio show. I'm doing a little exercise so we can just kind of, you know.
Warm it up.
Bunga-lugga-lugga-lugga. Hey. I want everybody to just kind of, do a little moving around. I know a lot of y'all got up this morning, went to work, sat down in your stupid little chairs, looking at the screen, thinking, really hate my job. So if you're feeling like that right now, or even if you like your job, just do a little swinging, just make sure you feel good. Open up your...
That's your FU swing to
yes.
your boss.
Just, if your boss walk by and see you just enjoying life, they'll be like, oh, oh my, this person's crazy. So go ahead and get your little swing on. It's time for our national news. Tony had to step out real quick to go regulate her business. But she'll be back and we can't wait to hear how things went with her. Trump decries using lift to appear taller during debates, a form of cheating. Okay. So, no boxes. Former President Trump posted online saying no props or lifts will be used in the upcoming debate to make one candidate appear taller, calling it cheating. No boxes or artificial lifts will be allowed to stand on during my upcoming debate with comrade Kamala Harris. He had this out previously with former NYC Mayor Michael Bloomberg when he was in a debate and he was not allowed a lift, Trump posted to his Truth Social site. It would be a form of cheating, said the Democrats. Cheat enough. You are who you are. It was determined. I don't understand what the hell is going on.
So
Trump
they used to make the presidents look the same height. So some of them would stand on boxes and stuff like that to appear bigger.
Yeah. So he's saying that he doesn't want that to happen. He
doesn't want his opponent to use a box to appear the same height.
What a BAN, huh? Yeah. Trump is set to face Vice President Harris in a high-stakes, highly anticipated presidential debate Tuesday in Philadelphia. The campaigns went back and forth about debate rules, with the Harris campaign wanting to keep microphones on while the other candidate speaks, breaking from the rules agreed upon in Trump's debate with President Biden. Trump then raised questions about whether he would attend the debate at all, but they finally agreed to a set of rules this week. Each candidate will receive a pen, pad of paper, and water bottle. No pre-written notes or props will be allowed on stage, and campaign staff can't interact with the candidate during commercial breaks. Harris has claimed she is 5 feet 4 inches tall, and her height increases if she's wearing heels. Trump is 6 feet 3 inches tall, and he's scared about her standing on a box.
Yes.
What a vagina. That's terrible. That's crazy. That's unfortunate.
Weird.
It is weird because he wants it to look like he's a big man and she's a wee little woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad. That is so sad. So sad and delirious. Mother of mass shooting. So we were talking about, what's his name? Colt. His name is Colt. The mother of a teenager suspected of killing 4 people during a Georgia school shooting called
Colt Gray.
Yeah, Colt Gray called the school to warn them about the son. Go to the story. I gotta plug in my computer.
One second. While I play in the story, get y'all a clipiando. And here goes.
He looked like he did it. He looked guilty.
The clip. This is the young from the shooter from last week.
With the actions of his son and allowing him to possess a weapon.
The father of accused gunman Colt Gray now facing charges himself in the horrific mass shooting. 54-year-old Colin Gray charged with second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter after his son allegedly killed 2 classmates and 2 teachers at Appalachia High School. Sources tell CNN the accused shooter's father gave him the AR-type rifle used in the shooting for Christmas last year. That was just months after an officer questioned the boy about school shooting threats made online. His father telling investigators at the time he had hunting guns in the house, but that his son did not have unsupervised access to them.
And so, God, as we come before you tonight, we come before you with humbled hearts.
Tonight, people in Winder, Georgia are remembering those killed. Students Mason Schermerhorn and Christian Angulo, along with teachers Christina Irami and Richard Aspinwall.
It's so wild to me now that I talked to him that morning and he said he liked my shirt, and now I just never talked to him again.
I just got mad because I was like, why would you just shoot innocent people that you even know?
Under questioning, investigators say the accused shooter confessed to carrying out the rampage. Tonight, 9 others are still recovering, but the outlook for them is encouraging.
The 9 injured, I am very happy to say, will make a full recovery.
This is only the second time a parent of a school shooting suspect has faced charges. James and Jennifer Crumbly are each serving at least 10 years behind bars for involuntary manslaughter. Their son, Ethan, killed 4 of his classmates in Michigan in 2021. Live in the newsroom, John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
If you have the WCVB app, you saw this on your phone the moment we learned of the suspect's father's arrest. We also streamed the press conference live on our app, and we'll bring you any more breaking updates there as this story develops.
So the mother of the teenage suspect who we were just talking about, looking at the clips of suspected of killing 4 people during a Georgia school shooting, called to warn a school counselor before the shooting. Colt Gray, 14, apologized to his mother, Macy Gray, at the morning of the mass shooting at Appalachia High School, sending an alarming early morning text that prompted the mother to warn the school. His grandfather told the New York Post. Marcy Gray's father, Charles Palamas, told the New York Post his daughter was at his home in Georgia on Wednesday morning when Colt texted her to say, "I'm sorry, Mom." Colt had been charged with 4 counts of murder after committing a mass shooting earlier this week. Mercy Gray broke her silence Saturday, apologizing for the absolutely horrific shooting. "I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, and cannot fathom the pain and suffering they are going through right now," she told the Washington Post in text. The mother called the school about an unspecified extreme emergency involving Colt sometime before the shooting began. Gray's sister, Annie Brown, told the Washington Post, later confirmed to CNN. A 10-minute call was placed from Marcy Gray's phone to the school at 9:50 a.m. The Washington Post reported police were notified of the shooting around 10:20 that morning. Macy Gray later confirmed the call to the Washington Post, which reported Gray declined to elaborate on what had prompted her to call in the warning to the school, but said she had shared that information with law enforcement. According to the Post, Brown has a shared phone plan with the family, which allowed her to see a log of the calls made by her sister. Barrow County School District did not return CNN's request for comment. CNN has reached out to the Piedmont Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office Saturday evening. CNN has also reached out to all these people to try to find the reason why. The community is still grieving. I want to know what she actually said in the phone call. I don't know, like, what did she say in the phone call that didn't warn them enough that they should have locked down the school or something? I'm not sure.
Let me see if I can find another.
In the day, in one classroom, a 14-year-old boy said that he kept the suspect from getting through the door when he saw him pull out a gun. After a teacher in another classroom was shot, students say they pulled him back. Yeah, let's go. Let's see this.
Mother of the suspected gunman tried to warn authorities, making a 10-minute call to the school at 9:50 a.m., half an hour before the gunfire erupted. Gray writing in text messages to her sister Annie Brown, "I was the one that notified the school counselor at the high school, and I told them it was an extreme emergency and for them to go immediately and find my son to check on him." NBC News confirmed the call with Brown, but has not seen or verified the text messages. One of the students in Gray's class reportedly saw an official looking for Gray moments before the shooting began.
She thought that he was another kid with a very similar name. And then about 10 to 15 minutes later, that's when the one they were looking for came shooting. If they would have acted in the beginning, maybe some of the lives could have been saved today.
Wow.
In all, 2 students and 2 teachers were killed. 9 others were injured. In a statement to NBC News, Barrow County School System says they are not commenting on specific details. With the shooter and his father in police custody, both pleading not guilty to multiple counts of felony murder, investigators are now working to uncover a motive as the community grapples with unspeakable loss.
Priscilla joins us now from Georgia. And Priscilla, we understand the father of the shooter could...
I don't understand. You got to call a half an hour before the shooting happened. How come the school didn't automatically go into lockdown? I don't get it. Like, if you get a call, just like the bomb threat that we just witnessed, that we were just talking about earlier, if you get a threat for a bomb and or a school shooting, I'm wondering still what the mother actually said in the call. She was on the phone with them for 10 minutes. What was being said, and why wasn't the school locked down in that 10-minute phone call? I'm confused. I'd be so confused. I don't know. How to talk about school shootings with your kids. So a lot of people have been wondering, like, what are you supposed to do and how are you supposed to talk to your babies about school shootings and what they're supposed to do. I know that a lot of schools have implemented, lockdown drills and stuff like that. So mass shootings have effects on communities that have been felt long before or after the day's tragedies. School shootings in particular can have physical, emotional, and behavioral effects on kids. Exposed to school shootings, even if indirectly, if shown to disrupt people's sense of safety and stability. Talking about it can help. Parents aren't alone in this task. Many health experts, including psychologists and grief counselors, remind people there are resources to support students' mental and emotional health as they grieve and process. Here's how they can don't avoid the conversation. It takes time to process emotions regardless of age. So students should start by taking care of themselves. That said, experts encourage parents to have conversations with their children and not avoid the topic if kids indicate a willingness to talk about it. Tristan has a quick little clip here so that you guys can see, maybe some ways to talk to your kids about what is going on in the world.
There we go.
Something tragic like this happens. The news is everywhere, television, the internet, and on social media. So what should we tell our children after a school shooting? Candace Hare joins us now with advice from an expert.
Yes, Dave, it's such a difficult conversation to have with our children, but 3 News spoke with Kem Trump, who helps create school safety plans with districts across the nation. He says there are 2 things that parents need to tell their children after a school shooting. First of all, he says it's important for parents to tell children that schools are safe and that adults are working to keep them safe every day. The second thing he says that's important to tell your children is that it's okay to talk to school leaders. He says the number 1 way law enforcement become aware of a possible attack at a school is when students come forward. But in order for that to happen, the student has to feel comfortable opening up.
We find that kids will actually go forward and tell an adult they trust if they know that the adult will maintain their confidentiality and that adult that they trust will follow through and do something.
Now, safety experts tell 3 News it's important for parents to make sure their students know how to report concerns at their school and how to do so anonymously.
Yeah, communication with your children, very important here. All right, Candace, thank you.
It's terrible conversations you got to have with your children so early on in life when they just trying to go learn a little ABCDs and
Empress
things.
just said, I don't like how these kids keep bringing up these suicide talks every minute. They need therapy.
Yeah. There's a lot that, like, I feel like, I think we asked this question, like, do you think the kids have it easier or harder than we had? And I don't think it's I don't think it's a question necessarily of, I think a lot of the generations had it hard to an extent, but these kids are so full of social media and influence, so easily accessible to them. I feel like before you actually had to go look for ways to get into trouble. Now it's just like there's challenges out there of what's the best way to get into trouble at school? Like, do this and tape it. Like, I don't get it. Like, what is...
There's a lot more peer pressure. There's a lot more influence that's being pushed on the students, that's being pushed on young people today, that's being pushed on society today. Back then, we didn't have so many...
I think back then our challenges were more physical, I think maybe. Like more physical. Now this is mental warfare or things like that. These kids are like really out here losing their goddamn mind. It's crazy. It's terrible. Terrible.
Pray for the children, man.
Pray for the children. Remember the Nevada man that was seen attacking the judge? Remember the judge that got attacked? It's not funny. The video is funny to look at, but what he did is a terrible, terrible incident. So he pleads guilty to attempted murder. A man captured in a shocking video earlier this year attacking a Nevada judge by leaping over the bench has pleaded guilty but mentally ill to attempted murder, according to reports. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reported that 31-year-old Deobra Ridden pleaded guilty before his trial began on Tuesday to 6 charges, though he maintained he was not guilty of attempted murder against the victim 60 or older. When he returned to court Thursday, Ridden withdrew the pleas and instead entered a guilty for mentally ill plea to each count. The charges Ridden pleaded guilty to include battery of a protected person aged 60 or older resulting in substantial bodily harm, intimidating a public officer, battery on an officer resulting in substantial body harm, willful or wanton disregard for the safety of people or property resulting in substantial bodily harm, battery by a prisoner, and unlawful act related to bodily fluid. Pleading guilty but mentally ill could affect the type of facility Ridden is placed into inside a prison, as well as the type of mental health treatment he can receive. On January 3rd, Judge Mary Kay Holtis was gearing up to inform Ridden of his punishment inside Clark County District Court before the scene descended into chaos when Ridden was denied bond. In a video obtained by Fox News Digital, Ridden's attorney requested the judge give his client probation. I think it's time he got a taste of something else, the judge said. Ridden is then seen flying into the air over the bench with his arms and legs outstretched before landing on the judge and proceeding to whoop her behind. And that is crazy. Now they got him looking like Hannibal Lecter. Do you see this picture? Now he can't be trusted. He got to have his hands and mittens. He got to have on a mask and a muzzle. That is crazy. He looked like he should be on Con Air, going to be transferred to a high-end facility. Look at how they got you, mister. Deobra, you see how they got you looking, brother?
He still look crazy as hell.
Look crazy as hell. Look crazy. He's got a belt. He's got mittens, a muzzle, a netted pusheisty. He is outside. His shirt looked disheveled like they've been dragging around by his shirt. You can't go up there doing that to the judge and beating up officers, sir. You got to still go to jail.
Hello, Clarice.
Boy, that's a picture for the books. I want that on a t-shirt. Look at him, just look crazy. This black man look like, see how they got us? You see what you got them doing to us? God damn it, that's crazy. A woman chops up her lover with a chainsaw and puts parts in a bag.
No.
That's nice.
No.
I don't know why she did that. An Alabama woman allegedly shot her lover to death before using the chainsaw to rip apart his body and dispose of the remains in 10 to 15 trash bags. You got to be very crazy to do that amount of work. Cops say 26-year-old Jocelina Elizabeth Lopez loaded up the trash bags containing Benito Morales Guzman's body into the back of truck of her Toyota Corolla. She also put in the car electric chainsaws she bought from Lowe's, one of which still had human flesh on the blades, as well as cleaning supplies, a diaper bag, and a box of baby formula that still had blood on it. A probable cause arrest affidavit obtained by Law and Crime said she planned to flee the country with her child and travel to Mexico or Guatemala, where she has family. Cops suggested Lopez reportedly had her passport and the child's birth certificate in hand. But her alleged plan was foiled when Guzman's boss reported that 41-year-old missing to the Geneva County Sheriff's Office on August 27th. Deputies did a welfare check on Guzman's home in the Fayette area, where they came across a strong odor of decomposition believed emanating from the Corolla parked outside. They also recovered the trash bags in the car, along with the .22 caliber revolver with 5 of the 6 cartridges fired, according to the affidavit. Guzman was last seen around 8 p.m. August 24th. Cops believe the child was at the home at the time of the murder. Detectives allegedly discovered Lopez recently bought 4 electric chainsaws from Lowe's and returned one of them. Deputies arrested Lopez for murder and took her to the Geneva County Jail, where she remains without bond. While in jail, she reportedly said, "I should have left earlier," during a phone conversation with her relatives. Yeah, you should have. You should have actually left earlier.
What does Snyder say? You think people watch Not Your Average Joe? Have you watched it yet, Joe?
I started it.
Was there peanut butter involved? Haha, I get that reference.
Lopez faces life in prison if convicted. Lopez told the judge she killed Guzman in self-defense. She reportedly asked to be freed on bond before her trial was denied. No, Guzman. Guzman's ex-wife, Jennifer Wilkinson, still kept in touch and considered him a friend. To hear all of what she did to him like that, it sickens me to my stomach. He didn't deserve any of that. I mean, she already shot him 5 times. What else does she plan on doing here? So I wonder why she didn't leave earlier. Why you put his butt? Why you shot him 5 times? Chop his body up, put him in different bags, took him into your Corolla, put all of the weapons and everything in there. Why didn't you leave immediately? Like, why didn't you dump his body on the way to the airport and flee the country? You went back inside to what? Make arepas? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
What did you do? Why did you do that? Not saying that she should have gotten away, but in the mind of people that do crazy things, how come crazy didn't tell you to flee before that?
Right.
You left them in the car?
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe do you go so crazy that you don't think?
Have to be like she wasn't in. Oh, clearly, you can't be in your right mind. You don't do this for no reason. Number one. Then you can't be in your right mind if once you kill somebody, your immediate thought after that is to chop up his body. Prior to killing him, you bought 3 chainsaws. Right. That seems premeditated to me. So even if you were in an abusive relationship, you chose to make the decision to kill this man instead of reporting him to the authorities.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I never can get into the mind of criminals. I even tried to watch one of those shows, In the Mind of Criminal, but I can never get into the mind of people who do things like that. If it was self-defense, then okay, you shot him. Like that makes sense. But then to do all of this other stuff, because then that becomes like mutilation of a corpse and all of that stuff, right? So then you're getting more charges. Like, just try to fight one charge.
Just try to not chop people. Just try to not kill people.
Yeah.
And if you do, like in those cases in which it is really self-defense and you have to protect yourself and your family, report it to the proper authorities. But you know what? I heard sometimes in these cases when you do those when these domestic violent situations, when you do report it, if you do kill them, then you get more in trouble than the fact that you had to defend yourself in a lot of these cases, which I don't know. It's all scary to me.
Yeah.
It's all very scary.
It's unfortunate that it had to come to this. Whatever it was that led to this, it's just very unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate.
Good morning, Asia.
Good morning, girl. How is you doing? And then last but not least, the DOJ is saying illegal immigrants stole U.S. citizens' identity to vote in multiple elections, obtain American passport. The USA Department of Justice said an illegal immigrant has reached an agreement to plead guilty to charges related to stealing a U.S. citizen's identity to vote in multiple elections and fraudulently obtain an American passport. Angelica Maria Francesco, a 42-year-old undocumented individual who most recently resided in Russellville, Alabama, is facing a 9-count information filed in federal court to false claims of citizenship in connection with voting, false statements in application for United States passport, use of United States passport obtained by false statements, and aggravated identity theft. A plea arrangement has been filed as well, indicating that Francisco has agreed to plead guilty to all 9 counts. Francisco accused of assuming the identity of a U.S. citizen in or around 2011. Prosecutor says she used the false identity to get an American passport in 2011. She then allegedly used the passport to travel to and from her native Guatemala in 2012, 15, and 18 using the same identity. She allegedly also registered to vote in Alabama in 2016 before voting in the 2016 and 2020 primary and general elections. I mean,
look at her still trying to perform civic duties.
That's what I got from this story.
But then we got these people here who don't vote. It's crazy.
I had to block somebody the other day. Because he was like, I'm voting for the first time and I'm voting for Trump.
Good for you.
You should not make this your first time voting. Number one. And number two. All right, Mr. Muslim.
Oh, he's Muslim.
He's
That's
Muslim.
interesting.
He's a Muslim black
He
man.
ain't no Muslim.
He's a Muslim black man.
He ain't no Muslim about to vote for Trump.
He aligns with a lot of Trump's.
He was a Muslim.
He aligns with a lot of Trump's policies.
He aligns with a lot of Trump's policies.
The other day he was mad
Have
because
you all seen Fight Night?
no, who was watching it? Oh, Son. Big shout out to one of my favorite people, Sean Green, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. Oh, it's with Kevin Hart in it.
And Samuel Jackson's new movie, new series.
No, where's it at?
It's on Peacock. It's on the Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really
Is it good? I want to see it.
It's about like Atlanta and it's like heyday, like back in the day, and it's like rise to being like black
Mecca.
Mecca, yes.
I like
very
it.
good. Y'all should watch it.
It's on what? Peacock, you said?
Peacock,
okay.
yeah.
I'm going to go watch it. But this lady, she is probably going to go to jail for a long time. You know, I don't think she committed any real crimes. She was a product of this society since 2011. She should have been able to vote.
Yeah.
She had a passport.
Yeah. How long she cannot vote?
Exactly. When y'all gonna give her a citizenship,
right? So
that she can start voting for real. Yeah. But whatever. Y'all want voters, but y'all want to pick and choose who get to vote. That's crazy. Anyways, because of the interest of time, Tony's gonna get right into our entertainment report. Go for it, girl.
Eminem's publisher loses $40 million legal battle over Spotify, or with Spotify, over.
What do you do?
Over streaming royalties. So apparently, how are we supposed to get to the story? Over streaming royalties. Do you have a story, Tris?
I don't have a streaming story. Okay, I gotta copy it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry very much. And now
it doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
All right.
Yes.
So anyhow, that's what happened. Kathy Bates.
Got it.
Okay, go.
The music industry has undergone significant transformations over the past 2 decades, particularly with the advent of digital streaming. Platforms like Spotify have revolutionized how music is consumed, delivering content to millions of blah, blah, blah. Eminem's legal conflict with Spotify commenced in 2019 with 8 Mile Style filing a lawsuit for approximately $40 million, alleging that Spotify owes substantial sums for billions of streams. Central to their claims was the accusation that Spotify had deceptively misrepresented its license capabilities for certain songs within Eminem's catalog. The stakes in this case were high, not only for 8 Mile Style, but also for the broader music community, which has long grappled with the balance between artist compensation and the operational practices of streaming services. A story that's a lot better than this one, though. I was reading the other day that this one man, he's 52 years old. I forget where he was, and I can't find the story. He just got sentenced to 10 years for making. He's some type of computer engineer. He was making fake bands and making songs from those fake bands, registering them, and then making computer bots listen to them over and over and over. He made $10 million in a fake band and getting computers to listen to the fake band songs so that he can get streams. Made $10 million. I said, wow.
That is genius.
That is genius.
Wow. That is
that was
genius.
wonderful.
Wow.
I said, wow, who did he fraud?
Yeah. Wow.
All he did was make songs and get them published and make the computers listen to him like everybody else does. And then
it's
got
not a
made.
fake band if you make the band.
Yeah, he made the band. He made the band make some songs. He labeled them. He registered them, get them in the queue, and then had the robots listening to them all day and night so that he could make some money off of streaming.
Wow, good for him.
Who's that?
I was reading the story yesterday while I was scrolling the internet, and it was just man makes fake band and streams.
The band and the fans were fake. The $10 million was real.
Yep, there it is. Go to
the man, Michael Smith, 52, was accused of a federal indictment unsealed on Wednesday of stealing royalty payments from digital streaming platforms for 7 years. Mr. Smith, a flesh and blood musician, produced AI-generated music and played it billions of times using bots he had programmed according to the indictment. Fascinating comments in the OP presently question. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I was really kind of impressed with that type of intelligence.
Yeah.
Like you
Ingenuity.
can, yeah, like you made, and it wasn't just a couple. He made like 5 or 7 bands, I think it is. Had each of them make a catalog of music, and then made the bots listen to the music.
Yeah.
What'd he do wrong? Y'all should be studying that man and his brain to figure out why he's so goddamn smart.
That is awesome.
That is good. He didn't steal nobody else's music.
Right.
He didn't make a fake Drake or anything like that. He made some bands and just had it been listened to. I can't be mad at him. I'm impressed.
I wish I had thought of that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The next one, Kathy Bates says that Matlock will be the last TV show before retirement.
Matlock?
Kathy Bates? Why is that an odd story?
Who's Kathy Bates?
Did any of you guys ever listen to Matlock?
Watch
Norman, Kathy Bates, that's the lady.
Kathy Bates is from Misery.
Misery, yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting story. Thank you for that. Jeezy says divorce decision was not made impulsively. They still getting divorced? They still divorcing?
I thought they been already divorced, right?
They gotta be already divorced. It's too long. It's too long for them to be divorcing.
Yeah, they're divorced already.
Yeah, Jeezy, he says the decision to leave Jeannie Mai was not made impulsively. Jeezy has finally addressed his split from Jeannie Mai more than a month after he filed for divorce from the personality. This story is from October of 2023.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why that's there.
Yes.
Reality star Bobby Lights is accusing Tommy Lee of abusing him. He says that she blacked his eye before and even cracked his tooth, and I believe it.
I believe it.
She did it.
Who did it?
Tommy Lee.
Oh, she definitely did that.
But who is Bobby Lights? What is he famous for?
He's
Trina's cousin.
Yeah,
what
he's
famous for. He's famous for being Trina's cousin.
But and then now he's a reality star now because he's been in like Bad Boys
or a show on Zeus,
like something Bobby Lights or something like that. Something as such.
He's talking about it here.
On my face, I made a joke out of it. Okay. There's the eye. Busted. All right. You supposed to be my friend.
You gotta be careful of who you're friends with, Bobby Lights. That's awful that she did that to you. And I am sorry.
Where's my thing at?
Yeah, find that.
It's
not there?
There we go.
This was cute. Kathy Hilton. They were at a fashion show. Kathy Hilton, who's Paris Hilton's mother, dared Tiffany Haddish to walk the runway at New York Fashion Week. And Tiffany got up and she did it. And I heard that she slayed.
Of course she did it. What Tiffany didn't do?
Right.
You know, like what is?
But I mean,
what is,
she literally just walked down the runway. She didn't model. She just walked down the runway. I watched the video. It was not amazing to me. So Tiffany Haddish did that.
Was she not supposed to be?
No, she was watching it, and then they decided
that's the problem. People giving Tiffany too much things to do.
Yeah,
make her sit down.
Always doing extra.
And the thing is this, right? Like, Tiffany Haddish has the potential to be a very, I think she's very pretty, and I think that she looks nice a lot of the times. But then she just opens her mouth, and then it's just like, oh my gosh, because she can be very nice looking, very settled down, very demure.
Very demure.
Yeah, very demure. Hold up, social media reacts to Barack Obama's brother Malik endorsing Donald Trump for president.
So people be trying to be so relevant all the time and just continue to be not relevant enough. Like, I didn't realize that Malik Obama, his half brother, was one of the people who was encouraging Donald Trump to with the Birther Act, with the birth certificate, like egging on Donald Trump's thing that Barack was not born in America. And his brother was literally standing by his side, helping Donald Trump concoct this asinine situation. And now he's up here endorsing Donald Trump all heavy and hard to remain. You got to feel like an a-hole all the time of your life when the world loves Barack Obama and we don't like you. Because you're doing a lot.
Who's this guy? Where'd he come from?
It's his brother. It's his half brother.
You took the question out of my mouth. Where you come from? What are you talking about? So on September 4th, Malik Obama's official account on X, formerly known as Twitter, shared a firm message. In the tweet, Malik asserted that he is a registered Republican and he is casting his vote for Trump in the upcoming election. I am Malik Obama. I'm a registered Republican and I'm voting for President Donald Trump. On September 5th, Malik returned to the platform to share additional tweets. One read, "Abortion is murder." To note, on September 2nd, Malik shared a tweet about abortion and VP Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is running on the platform of abortion, he wrote at the time. He's prolific.
Sometimes you want to tell people, hey, shut the fuck up.
Furthermore, in the same day, Malik Obama shared another tweet calling Donald Trump sharp as a tack. Donald Trump, period. Sharp as a tack, period. Lastly, in August, Malik shared a tweet accusing Democrats of being advocates of abortion and other policies. Democrats, advocates of abortion, gay marriage, sex change, illegal immigration, and voter fraud.
It's literally the talking points of them all. Yeah. Like they have zero ties to any type of factual conversation. It's literally like a bullet. I think the Trump campaign sends out an email to registered Republicans that give them these 5 talking points with no other information. Just this is what you always got to say. Yeah, got to say these 5 things.
Read them this list.
Yes.
Social media users immediately reacted to Malik Obama's recent tweets in the Shade Room's comment section. One Instagram user said, "Ain't nobody come to see you, Malik."
Exactly. Ain't nobody checking for Malik Obama.
Somebody else said, "A ninja will sink a whole ship if he's not the captain. Never forget." Somebody else said, "The only Obamas we know and claim are Barack, Michelle, Malia, and Sasha. That's it. That's all." Scar from the Lion King vibes, says somebody else. Somebody said, "Man, sit your ass down." Every family got one. The only Obama I acknowledge is Barack. Next. Malik, sir, respectfully, we do not care. Do not care. You are not the first black president. Y'all just share a gene pool. And lastly, someone else said, "We all got that one relative."
All of them
we all got
it.
that one.
Yes,
we all got her.
I have this to close out. Well, no, I don't have this to close out, but I have this to add to the news. Dick Cheney will be voting for Kamala Harris.
Yes, he will. And Trump says because of that, he's irrelevant.
Ms. Cheney just revealed who her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, will be voting for this November. Listen to this.
Dick Cheney will be voting for Kamala Harris. My dad believes, and he's said publicly, that there's never been an individual in our country who is as grave a threat to our democracy as Donald Trump is.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney has been a conservative all his life, serving not just as President George W. Bush's vice president, but also as Secretary of Defense. Before that, he was the House Minority Whip, the chairman of the Republican Conference, and the White House Chief of Staff for President Gerald Ford. Dick Cheney publicly broke with Donald Trump in the wake of the riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
So, like, when I see less experienced people, regular people, going for, saying, "Oh, Republican, I'm Republican, I'm Republican." Again, a lot of different kind of black men out here. I wonder how they feel about people like Dick Cheney, who has been conservatives and Republicans all their lives, literally understanding the threat that Donald Trump makes to our society.
Yeah.
I'd be a little confused by those things.
said Dick Cheney been trying to be down ever since his party went rabid. And it is. The Republican Party, true Republicans should be embarrassed.
Yeah. That's how, I love that you said that.
Yeah.
True Republican people that live that lifestyle,
Yep.
I would be very embarrassed that this is the way that my party is behaving.
Yeah.
I would be so embarrassed, and I would try to distance myself. I would still remain who I am,
right.
Republican or whatever. But I think that in this Donald Trump, I think that the Republicans need to make a statement that they don't want to stand for foolishness, and that maybe that they should be begging Donald Trump to step down and put somebody else who directly goes with their value.
Right.
Because I don't think that Republicans are terrible. That's my problem. I don't think that they're bad people. I know a lot of Republicans. But I think that when you are hanging on to Donald Trump as the Republican spokesperson, that's when you've lost your goddamn mind.
And J.D. Vance.
Yeah,
and J.D. Vance.
He's got to go.
He's so
He's a super embarrassing.
He's an idiot.
If Trump wasn't embarrassing enough, J.D. Vance is an absolute moron. Like, I don't understand, of all the white men in all of this land, how did y'all settle on J.D. Vance?
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Even if they had that other one, remember the one that the other one from California who they said was sleeping with all the little girls. What was his name? Gates?
I don't remember.
Gates or something like that.
Yeah.
His name is G-A. It's another weird spelling name, G-A-E-T-Z.
Yeah, I know the name. Yeah.
Even him, but this J.D. Vance is a loser idiot.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, is that what it said? Yeah, that's idiot. He's an idiot. He's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's embarrassing to say that, it is.
These two are not necessarily world news, but I think that they are good.
Okay, so Miel Organics. So yes, that was big controversy. CEO Monique Rodriguez says just as the allegations that our products have caused hair loss and something that they didn't disclose, there was a cancer-causing agent in something. So Miel Cosmetics is a black-owned hair care line. It was brought by Procter & Gamble last year, and a lot of people had a problem with that. Why is this black-owned business selling to this big conglomerate? I think we talked about that a little bit here too. But anyhow, if you want to play the video, this is her responding to those comments.
Where there's a topic in this that is very important that I feel like we got to bring somebody, a business expert in here to really just talk about what it takes to be able to scale your business on a bigger level. And I don't think people understand when black people get into these type of positions where they have made their business so successful, where they can partner with a bigger company or get acquired by a bigger company and still be able to necessarily keep their position. It is such a big deal, and it's not something that the world should judge people on, because white people do this all the time in their business. They make these great businesses and then they sell them for more money, and that is what's actually makes generational wealth. That is what makes your family able to be a Trump or be one of these, Rihannas and stuff like that. You can pass these things down, and people don't really understand that. So here is the clip of her having to defend herself from becoming a wealthy business person.
Authenticity and transparency has been at the core of what I do. I have been honored to have you all by my side, ride or die. Whether you have been with us since the early days in the kitchen, or if you have joined us more recently. Regardless, your support and your understanding means the world to me. Over the years, we have had the privilege of serving millions of customers who have experienced wonderful results using our products. And you know what? My whole family and I, including myself, are avid users of Miel, right? Use this oil every day because we believe in the power of our products. So when I made the decision to partner with P&G. It was driven by my vision to take my Yale to new heights and become a global beauty brand. That vision remains as strong as ever today. And so I am so grateful for the opportunities that this partnership has very beginning.
So this, again, this is more so about black people. A lot of women started coming around saying that using her products. So they're saying that since she got acquired from P&G, she has changed the ingredients in her products, and now all of their hair is falling out.
Oh, wow.
And, now people and then, there's some people, just like we see in this election, who see a headline and start to take on that headline. And they're like, oh yeah, my hair is falling out too. And my hair is this and my hair is that. And I tried the product and this and this. A lot of people don't take care of their hair. A lot of people just try to use products and not really doing anything to it. I hate what's happening. And they did the same thing to Honey Pot. They did the same thing to Shea Moisture. Every time one of these big companies these big companies that are for us get acquired by a white company.
Oh, did Honey Pot?
Yes.
Yeah, Honey Pot went too. But basically, if they change any ingredients, they probably changed it for warehouse keeping that makes it last longer. They're saying that her products are now causing cancer and all kinds of
saying
stuff.
That because she sold to a major company that they're diluting it and using cheaper products.
Yeah,
that are
and
harming
I think it sucks because this lady has worked really, really hard to build up this company to be able to be acquired by such a big business. And when you try, and now people are like death threatening her. You know how people get. They're on the on the internet writing all kinds of stuff and spreading these things and going viral. It started from a TikTok person who went viral saying these things, and I think it's just really effed up that people cannot grow their business and create real generational wealth and be a part of the 1% because our own people never want to see us get bigger than what they think that we should be, and that sucks.
But no, it's because they see her selling out to a bigger company, so they're saying that it's a sellout type of thing. But
it's not.
Yeah.
It's growth. There's not. First of all, we can't even get big enough to be able to acquire these companies because black people don't want us to get big enough to be able to acquire companies. So when these white companies come and be like, "Oh, you have a great product, it's doing great, it's well marketed and all kind of stuff," let me tell y'all one time: if iHeartRadio, any of these people come over here talking about I'm acquire y'all, I'm gonna let them acquire us. God damn it! Y'all want a real station here? I got to get acquired. I'm gonna stay the CEO, stay with my same staff, but we gonna get acquired. God damn it! When you get acquired, they give you billions of dollars in which you can continue to grow your dream and you can feed the community and feed your staff because my staff is expensive and they want to go traveling. Okay? They like to go to Grenada and Trinidad. Go somewhere. They got families in Jamaica that they got to send barrels to and stuff like that. So let me tell y'all, if I get quiet, my people will eat too. And the community want to have block parties and they want to have free things and hand sanitizers and COVID tests. That's what we want. God damn it.
That's all we're asking for.
That's it. And last but not least, Masterpiece. So Kendrick Lamar, they're not like us, has been tapped in to do the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Again.
And people are just mad.
People are mad at, he's doing his first rap artist to have a solo, whatchamacallit. So I'm not, besides them they not like us and a few other songs, is Kendrick Super Bowl-esque?
Apparently they're mad because it was supposed to be Lil Wayne.
I think he from New Orleans.
And I think it should be Lil Wayne.
I think it should be Lil Wayne as well.
Because Lil Wayne
was at Mohegan Sun this weekend.
Most prolific artist coming out of New Orleans ever since sliced bread.
He is literally top 5 dead or alive. It's in his hometown. I'm really not understanding how come Kendrick Lamar from LA got tapped in to do the Super Bowl over here in New Orleans with the prolific ass rapper that comes from New Orleans.
It's the same thing we were talking about this morning about the DJs. It's just popularity. Kendrick Lamar is it right now.
Because of they not like us.
Because of they not like us and the whole Drake beef and him winning the Drake beef. So he's the it person right now. So that's what that is.
They're saying salute to Kendrick Lamar for, go up a little bit. Salute to Kendrick Lamar for performing at the halftime show of Super Bowl, whatever it is. Well deserved. He's one of the hottest music artists in the world and has one of the biggest songs right now. Master P wrote referencing the Drake diss track "Not Like Us." Furthermore, the producer and rapper said he agreed with fans who are advocating for Wayne to perform. Tunchi is a New Orleans native. As ambassador of entertainment in the city of New Orleans, I have to agree with the fans that Lil Tunchi, Lil Wayne, should be a part of the celebration as well. He's one of the greatest hip-hop artists alive, still relevant, and he's a New Orleans native. Let's not miss this cultural moment in the South. Life is too short. We have to give our legends their flowers while they are here. I believe that Kendrick will pay attention. Mm-hmm. And I think that Kendrick will bring him on stage. I do believe that if anything, they should have both been tapped for the bill, to share the stage.
Isn't the Super Bowl always in the South? Isn't it always either in Texas, New Orleans, Atlanta?
It was in Minnesota one time.
But it's always in the South, so it'll be back in New Orleans soon.
Here is a question that I have, might be a little controversial. Is it only black people that can perform at the Super Bowl?
Lately.
They don't got little Taylor Swift or Lil Pink?
Performed lately.
No, not lately. In the last
lately.
4 Super Bowls, last 5 years, it's been all hip hop.
Oh, Massachusetts has never hosted Super Bowl.
Think about it.
Yeah, it has been. It's been black.
Yeah, and I'm fine. I'm fine with Beyonce's black.
Shakira.
No, that was before 5 years ago. Ever since
Bruno Mars,
Dre, Dr. Dre and them, it's been black people every single year. I'm not saying I have a problem with it, but what about everybody else? A little Pitbull, a little what's his name? Daddy Yankee?
Daddy Yankee?
Not Daddy Yankee.
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny.
How come we ain't have no Spanish? No Spanish Super Bowler. They play football.
2013, Beyonce. 2014, Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2015 was Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, and Missy. 2016, Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars. 2017, Lady Gaga. 18 was Justin Timberlake and the Tennessee Kids. 19, Maroon 5 and Travis Scott. 2020, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, J Balvin, and Emmy Nunez.
There we go. They did it.
2021, The Weeknd. Then 2022 was Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige. 2023, Rihanna. 24, Usher. And 25, Kendrick Lamar. So yeah, for the past
4. This will be the 5th year.
So The Weeknd was 2021. And then so 2022 and on has been.
And The Weeknd is black?
The Weeknd is black. So it's
Bruno Mars ain't black though. He don't call it.
Yeah, but that Bruno Mars was 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Again, what I don't like is a oversaturation because there are other. Why not a little BTS? What do they call?
Yeah. The BTK.
I don't know.
The Korean dance group or New Kids on the Block.
They should do New Kids on the Block and
New Edition.
New Edition. What happened to New Edition?
They postponed it.
Oh, they postponed it. What?
It's interesting.
What? I don't know mainstream radio, but what popular mainstream?
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
The Dream, Katy Perry.
Rihanna.
Not black, Tristan. Other than black.
Unblack.
Rita Ora.
Who that is?
I don't know.
What's her name? The one who wear the meat. Like Lady Gaga.
She did it
She
already.
was 2017.
Oh, I just feel I'm not advocating.
Adele.
She not no damn
said
Super Bowl.
She's taking a break.
Oh.
She on a break.
Adele can't do no Super Bowl.
Adele don't got no fast songs.
Every 3 years, Adele come out and say she's taking a break.
No, what's it gonna go? Hello.
We are late.
We are. Oh, damn. But yes, we are gonna slide over to the side. You guys could have some continued conversation with Bobby Steels with all of his nice topics of discussion that I like to tune in and roll my eyes to because I'd be like, men don't got no say. Anyhow, people, we gotta slide on over to the side because Bobby Steels is up next. Make sure you clock in 11 to 1 o'clock, and then today is Monday, so we have Badness Expensive coming up between 3 and 3 and 5. Then
From 1 to 3. No,
1 to 3. 1 to 3. We're gonna have a new show starting soon on Mondays. We'll tell you guys about that a little bit later as it continues to develop. But yes, we're gonna have so many good things going on here at Spark FM on the line. With that said, keep it locked right here. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Tomorrow, be blessed, be satisfied.
Go forth and be great.
Yes.
Turn it on.
Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.